Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well. And this impromptu live show is all about new bikes from Harley Davidson coming out 2023. If you watched my live show yesterday, I was talking about general new bikes for next year. This is all about Harley Davidson, and the rumors have started to come thick and fast. And I thought I'd do this live show because just today I personally received some extra information, I should say. Now, I want to say this, hand on heart, these are all rumors and nothing is substantiated at all. And as I always say this, you won't really know anything until the actual reveal in January, or Harley Davidson themselves decide to release any information early. So this has come by, by all the garden fences, as it were. Anyway, I just thought I'd preempt that just in case people start saying, oh, this is all rumor. Well, yes, it is all rumor, and it's unsubstantiated rumor. I wanted to check some of my sources, so I went on to YouTube earlier on just to see if anybody else had been talking about this as well, and a couple of people have, I've got to say. So maybe this kind of rumor is already getting out there anyway, but we're going to be talking about, in general terms, Harley Davidson products, because that's what bikes come under, Harley Davidson products. But that includes merchandise, accessories, parts, that kind of thing. Now, all I can say is at the bottom there you can see there's a little ticker thing if you want to help support the channel, support the live streams as well, with super chats, super stickers, and super thanks as well afterwards, and the video. Please do. You can go to the website at RevelatorAlf.com. There's a PayPal icon there. You can also help support the channel by the merchandise, which you can get there all on the website RevelatorAlf.com. But obviously you can just support the channel just by watching, liking and sharing, and becoming a subscriber, which is absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a penny, of course, and I'm sure you know that. But anyway, listen, let's just dig into this straight away. So this time of year, I always get lots of feeds, lots of emails from manufacturers as well, giving me their press releases. I also get press releases from lots of other intermediaries, let's say, who are starting to get information themselves. So let's say big dealerships, let's say, might issue press releases, or big warehouse sales areas, they might issue press releases as well. So I'm starting to get this from all quarters for all the manufacturers, or well, most of the manufacturers now, and I will be getting that over the next couple of months. But Harley Davidson, up until this point, and as I said yesterday, zilch, they do nothing. So if I show you, if I just show you 1 second, the Harley Davidson media page, if I can just get that. What have I just done here? There we go. This one, right. So if I just share this now and share that. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. This is the media kit. This is the media website for Harley Davidson. Anybody can access it. It's nothing new. The problem with Harley Davidson and their media page is that it's always behind. It's always behind the scene, as it were. And obviously, right now, El Diablo just recently released. Making a big play of that. But if we look at the news for 2023, pretty much all they're talking about is the European Motorcycle Festival, the 120th anniversary festival coming on, and it's still for 2022. The lowrider El Diablo, the Nightster, Street Glide ST, the STs, pretty much. Just have a look here. Lowrider S, CVO Road Glide, all that kind of stuff. So what does this mean for, and let me just get this over here. What does this mean for Harley Davidson into 2023? Because they're not producing any information. So where are these rumors coming from? Well, usually these rumors start circulating because lots of mainline dealers, some of them, not all, some of them start to get information ahead of time. they start to get, let's say, phone calls or a bit of information, little circulars, information circulars start coming out ahead of time. Some people get hold of that and leak that information. Most of the time they don't, but some they do. So this is where some of the leaks come from. Also, then the rumors. Now, some of the rumors are just speculation by individuals. Any individual out there can start saying, "Oh, well, I think that." So if you go onto YouTube right now, you can find speculation videos, let's say, about anything. I'm not just talking about Harley Davidson, but let's say about anything. And you know, there's a one guy I just came across. Literally, it was his wish list. But the way he titled the video was like, you know, the new bikes for 2023. Well, no, it's your wish list of what you want. It's not actually what's coming out. So, yeah, another one, you know, he's basically been sent a photo and, you know, he's trying to determine whether it's a fake or not. And that's, yeah, pretty much a bona fide video, I would say, because he's trying to determine, okay, is this real? Is it not? So, you know, quite decent out there. But all of it is still rumor, it's still speculation, and it's unsubstantiated. But this is what I've heard, and this is, again, and I preempt this. I've got to keep on saying it. This is only rumor of not even a leak. This is just something that I've heard came through, and Al said, and they said, you know, Al, you know, this might be happening. This is what we've heard. Da, 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 da. And this is from within the industry itself. This is within not Harley Davidson, but Harley Davidson circles that I've heard as well. So this is pretty much what we're talking about. So let's just talk about general products, general accessories. They're going to produce, you know, as we know, every model every year gets new colors. So you're going to start seeing new color coming out, new colors coming out in the next few weeks. Let me just remove that there. You can see new colors for all the different models, new whatever. There's apparently, I was told there's going to be a few surprise colors out there as well. Now, what does that mean? That, you know, is it going to be pink with the yellow dots? You know, that kind of thing. I don't think so. But apparently, some of the colors that have been muted around are they are, let's say, you wouldn't put them with that bike. That's what I've been told. And I don't know what the colors are, but all I've been saying, the new colors, some of the new colors are a little bit interesting. Okay. The next thing is the power plant or the engines. What engines are some of these bikes going to get? Now, as we know, the STs came out last year with the 117 engine. Many were saying that the CVOs didn't get an engine bump. Okay. So what has been for this year, 2023, and I suppose this isn't much of a surprise because many people were suggesting this. Even I was suggesting this last year with the CVOs. They're saying, actually, why doesn't the CVO get an engine bump this year? So it looks as if the CVO is going to get a bigger engine as a standard engine, if you like, for that model. Now, what it is, again, what I was told or what I was fed this morning was a 131, but who knows? I mean, that's a decent guess for anybody, isn't it? Because a lot of those crate motors have been coming out as well. So who knows? I mean, so that is just one. So new colors, that's unremarkable. We know that. CVO with a bigger engine, we know that. Okay, so the next thing is which motorcycles are going to be cut, right? Now, we have to look at this in a very particular way. And the particular way is this, that it really depends where in the world you're talking about and which market and which motorcycles will be cut for next year. But there's going to be cuts in the Softail lineup. Yeah, we would imagine that. But also within with the Taurus as well. There's going to be cuts or rearrangement or reworkings of those. This is my thought of this. This is not what I've been told, but this is my thought. And, you know, I've always predicted this as well, is that the Sport Glide was stopped for North American market last year, but it continues in Europe and around the world. Apparently, the Sport Glide is definitely being cut from the Softails for all around the world now. And the reason for that, I believe, and other little rumors or discussions that I've had as well, is that because Lowrider ST is kind of taken over that Softail with bags marketplace, and so they're kind of pushing out the Sport Glide. I personally think it's a bad idea, but there we go. So so apparently the Sport Glide is going. If we look at the bikes here, wrong one. There we go. Let me just put that back on the stream. So one of the videos you would have seen from, you might have seen from on the YouTube, is talking about a variation of the Softail standard. I haven't heard this. And basically the variation of the theme makes it look like very much like a Lowrider S type of thing. But what's the point in it? What's the point in doing that? You know, if it's supposed to be an entry level Softail, what's the point in doing that? So, you know, I'm not sure if there's probably going to be changes to all the different models in terms of new accessories or new looks to them, that kind of thing, and obviously different colors. But I think, you know, I think Harley Davidson, of what I've been told, they're going through each of the Softails and the Taurus and actually making each bike much more identifiable or much more unique, in that there's going to be a lot less of this crossover, hence why Sport Glider's going and the Lowrider ST is staying, and each bike is going to be individual, as it were. So, you know, the Softail standard is not going to be looking like a Lowrider ST. It's going to be as it is. The Street Bob staying the same as well. Obviously the Lowrider ST is as it is. I mean, they're going to go with the STs for another 2-3 years at least. Here we go. So Street Bob, Fat Bob, and Lowrider S. Now, it could be that the Lowrider S is one of those models that isn't going to stay anymore. Obviously, the El Diablo, that's just a limited edition. The other bike to go is the Breakout, and apparently, again, some work or some movement on the Fat Boy and the Heritage Classic in design terms, not in being cold. These two are just having different design aspects to them. It would be interesting to see if they do anything with these models in particular markets. So, I mean, that's it. In the Grand American Touring, I mean, look at all the options here: Road King, Road King Special, Road Glide, Street Glide Special, Road Glide Limited. A lot of this now is going to be streamlined. Apparently, it's not going to have all these different options. They're going to, because there's a lot of overlap with the STs as well, and obviously with the CVOs as well. So you're going to see much more defined bikes, much more less crossover on the bikes, and much more defined bikes. Again, this is all rumor. This is only what I've been led to believe this morning as what could be a rumor. Okay, I've got to keep on saying that because, you know, just in case people think this is exactly what's going on. So we know new colors. That's unremarkable and surprising. New engines for the CVOs. There's going to be a cut in bikes from the Taurus and from the Softails to bring it all more each bike as an individual bike. Which bikes they are from the Softails, looking like a Breakout and the Sport Glide as definites in particular markets, not across the world. It may be across the world, but we don't know. So that's adventure touring. Yes, pretty much. I don't think there's going to be anything special there in terms of culling, but the rumor is that it's sometime in 2023, there's going to be an addition to the adventure touring model lineup. And what it could be a smaller version of that, a smaller version of the Pan America, let's say, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. So this is another version. There's going to be addition to the adventure touring. The trike, I didn't hear anything about the trikes at all, so I can't say anything there. I would imagine that it will pretty much stay the same. Maybe just a reworking of that, something like that. Now, here we go. The icons, well, they're going to stay the same. You know, it's no different there. Electric vehicles. So, those of you who don't know, the Harley Davidson with their Livewire established a new company called Livewire last year, the year before, whatever it was, and the Livewire itself has they've just launched Livewire on the stock exchange in New York as well. So they floated it, and it's the first electric motorcycle company to go floated on the stock exchange. And apparently it's adversely affected the stock price as well. But also, you know, you can imagine the massive amount of investment, and the CEO of Harley Davidson, Joachim Zeitz, has also had to come to the defense of it, and also trying to say, look, the electric bikes are the future. They're going to keep on producing them. You know, they got the Livewire, they got the Del Mar, all that kind of stuff, with, you know, that kind of thing. So it's an interesting thing there. But obviously, you would imagine 2023 they're going to push more into electric bikes as well. So that's it. We know colors. We know there's going to be engine variations. There's probably going to be engine variations within the Softails and within the Taurus as well. But just be prepared for news coming out that bikes are going to be cut in the Softails, and definitely cut in the Taurus as well, and also an addition to the adventure touring. Okay, so Road Rage 810, thank you for joining. Here we go. Let me just see this one here. Hold on, sorry. Let me put this up for you. I would love to see an adventure bike with 975 on the Nightster. That's a kind of a no-brainer for Harley to release, as well as touring bike and muscle cruiser with a Pan America drivetrain. Okay, so this is going to be my next point as well. As we know, the Revolution Max engine is kind of the intermediary future between, you know, what Harley Davidson does now, the electric bike market, and you know, and any other future power plant that comes out of all the manufacturers. I did notice that they were trying to there was a concept bike, a hydrogen fueled concept bike, that the Hydra or something that came out recently. So that's an interesting development. If you watch my previous videos and also live streams as well, I talked about alternative fuels and alternative engine types as well. So don't just think it's either going to be, you know, internal combustion engines, either diesel or petrol, of course, petrol mostly for motorcycles, of course, or it's electric. You know, there could be variations of fuel that run on the existing engines, or the future engines, or different types of engines as well. It doesn't necessarily have to just be electric. But obviously now Joachim Zeitz is just focusing on that expansion of the electric motorcycle market and the expansion of Livewire as a company, you know, and, you know, they're putting a lot of emphasis into that Harley Davidson. That is the future of what they see. They're seeing, obviously, the Revolution Max engine as the platform, the power plant platform, to launch, you know, a lot more motorcycles as well. So with that, let me just close this. Let me just bring this here. So wrong one. Cut all over. There we go. So let me just, what did I do there? Here we go. Right. So we've got these two here as well. So we know with the Revolution Max engine, you got this 1250, or you've got the other bikes here, the Sport. You've got the Nightster, and you've obviously got the Sportster, Sportster S as well. So the Knights are 975. So it's whether they bring out another bike with this Revolution Max engine. And the story is whether it will happen or not is who knows. But the story is, or the rumor is, that actually the Revolution Max engine for 2023, they're looking at mid-size motorcycles, lighter mid-size motorcycles, commuter motorcycles, to take advantage of this Revolution Max engine. Let me just turn the blind off here a little bit because the sun is coming now. Yeah, so it's I mean, this is what we're looking at: the Revolution Max engine as an engine platform and drivetrain, and they're going to use it as a basis to bring out more models. Now, what they are, who knows? My gut feeling is that they're going to bring it out a smaller CC adventure touring bike first in let's say first half of 2023, and then possibly later they're going to come out with more motorcycles with that Revolution Max engine. That's what we're looking at here in terms of the greatest movement. The greatest movement is going to come with this engine and not with the M8 engines as well. So there's going to be almost like a streamlining of the M8, but an expansion of the Revolution Max, and also the expansion of, or more emphasis on the electric bikes as well. So that's what the general gist of the new bikes for 2023. Now, I wish I could say to you, and I wish, I could say to you, definitely, this is going to be the new, at this stage now, where we're at, like, the 2nd of October, at this stage, this is where we're at. Now, I suppose a lot of this has come from, I suppose you've got to just deduce what the market trend is going, or where the trend is going to go. So it's not unsurprising that, I would say to you, or what I've been told as well, that the Harley Davidson are going to put a lot more emphasis and bring more bikes out with the Revolution Max engine, or with different size engines, whether it's a 500cc, what was it? Was it 500, 700? I can't remember what the two are. Smaller engine versions of this engine that they could produce with this, this kind of styling, Revolution Max. Obviously the 975 and the 1250. So that's that. That's where this Revolution Max engine is. Now, there is one other thing, I suppose, which we've got to talk about, is the Revolution Max engine as the engine, the power plant of use for a touring bike. And this has been long rumored, and I talked about this in a video many months ago, in saying, well, actually, this Revolution Max engine is the perfect engine for a touring bike, a no-nonsense touring bike. And what I've been told as well, that the rumor that I've been given by email is that the Tourer lineup is going to get a bike with the Revolution Max engine. So it will be a Tourer with a Revolution Max engine. Whether it will happen at the start of the year, or whether at some point during the year, or whether this is going to be something for the future. But as I say, that there is going to be a big push, or there has going to be more of a push towards this Revolution Max engine, and to bring out more bikes with it, bring out more bike models with it. A smaller ADV, a smaller commuter type bikes, but also bigger, the big Tourer, and a powerful engine, a highly tuned or a highly powerful Revolution Max engine, that 1250, obviously, whatever they want to do. So, I mean, that's it really. I mean, that's the rumor. I mean, I've heard. Let me just bring this over here as well. Now, the other thing here as well, this is from a website. I don't know what this website is. What's it called? Oh, totalmotorcycle.com. No, it's the totalmotorcycle.com. Sometimes they put out some spurious information. They put out a lot of spurious information over the last few years as well. But they're basically saying that a lot of movement from Harley Davidson is going to be in the motorcycle, in the bicycles as well. And this is not unsurprising. Again, from it's going to be bicycles, electric bicycles. It's going to be the electric motorcycles, you know, from Livewire, that kind of thing. So, you know, that's unsurprising for me. In terms of any kind of accessories or anything like that, this is an interesting one because let me just bring this over here again. Harley Davidson are in a bit of a pickle at the moment, as we know, because of that FTC ruling in the United States, and also they got big legal cases against them, class actions against them now, as well, because of this whole voiding the warranty thing as well. And that's, you know, that's an ongoing issue. So they've got a few headaches to deal with. They've also got the problems with the value of their company and how they're doing financially, and, you know, how the impact of the world is. Now, if you know anything about the interest rates and the inflation around the world, it's not very good if you're trying to sell big ticket items right now. And especially in this country, our currency is devalued a lot in the last week or two. How long that will stay that way, I mean, you don't know. But what this means is that our pound, let's say, has been the last week, it might have recovered the last couple of days, but it basically went on par with the dollar. So usually used to be about between, you used to have to pay £1 would be 1.4, $1.5. Okay. It fluctuates. It could be 1.2, could be 1.6, whatever, over time. But it's slumped to virtually $1. $1 equals £1. So that means that whereas before, let's just say a motorcycle would cost $20,000, that meant that we would have to pay something like £13,000. But if it's $20,000 and we're 1 for 1, that means that price is going to jump up to £20,000. That's a lot. That's a big jump as well. Now, we pay a lot more for our bikes anyway than the guys in the United States do anyway, because of import taxes and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, so it's going to be an interesting time really for Harley Davidson. Now, you know, for 2023, how they cope, as with all the manufacturers, how they cope with the global situation as well, the global effect, let's say. But, you know, it's going to be an interesting one to see if these rumors, if they're carried out, if this is a plan for Harley Davidson, if somewhere, you know, they're already starting to feed ideas or concepts out to main dealerships or, you know, design houses, that kind of thing. If, you know, a few leaks have come out, you know, is this going to be, okay, this is their plan, this is what they want to do, but all of a sudden they put a stop to it because they think, you know what, actually, next year is going to be a bit of a problem for us. We may have to delay all these plans. We may have to delay what kind of motorcycles we want to bring out. We may just focus on streamlining the business, streamlining the models that we do offer, and that kind of thing, and cut some of the models that we do. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see from that point of view. But let me just remove that. There we go. So, yeah, sorry about the sun that's come out all of a sudden here. But anyway, let me just read here. Road Rage, with Yamaha not bringing enough 10RA 700s to go around, then baby Pan America in the 750 range with the same tech could be huge money maker. Yeah, I agree. Also, a naked MT-07 competitor with that drive zone. You know, I agree, and I think this is where my opinion has always been that in terms of adventure bikes, the smaller bike, the smaller 600, 700cc adventure bikes, you know, 790, 890, whatever, is the ticket. That's where you want to be aiming for as an adventure bike, because they're good for long distance riding on the road, but they're lighter, much lighter to go off-road as well. So they're a much better bike, in my opinion. A humble opinion, yes, but in my opinion. So yeah, again, the logic, you can see the logic here, that if, you know, other motorcycle manufacturers have gone from the big ADVs and they're trying to pump out smaller bikes, and they're not producing as many, then if Harley Davidson can produce a smaller ADV with that Revolution Max engine, because that Pan America is a good bike, you know, I've ridden it. Yes, it's got frailties, it's got problems with it in terms of how durable it is, let's say, in a real off-road world setting. But most people are not doing proper off-road in it. They're doing trail riding. Okay, so trail riding, you pretty much do on any bike, and it's perfectly fine for that. I took it out, you know, on trails, and it was fine. It was absolutely fine. It's just on, you know, a big heavy bike. So I think if you can bring that size down, that weight down, and that engine capacity down, why not? So, you know, if it's to be believed, right, there's going to be more models with the Revolution Max engine. Okay, one is going to be a Tourer, but one is going to be a smaller ADV, and also the rumor was going to be for smaller motorcycles. You know, that they had the 500, 750, what was it, the street bikes, something like that. Now this is also thinking about the smaller bike, was it 400, 500cc that they made in collaboration with the Chinese motorcycle manufacturer. They said there was no indication from what I heard that will be coming over to the Western markets at all. Who knows in the future what will happen? Here we go. Doo-doo. What are they? Doo-doo. Not a fan of those Revolution Max engines with too many plastic parts. Keep them classic. Well, look. I mean, yes, there is that. There is, but you know, bikes are made of lots of different products. They're made of plastics as well. You know, it's all about you know, power to weight ratios. It's all about production costs. It's all about you know, getting that. You know, if you're talking about a better performing bike, a cleaner bike, a cleaner running bike, then yeah, or one that is more efficient to produce, and you know, that kind of thing. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's better for the environment to produce plastic parts rather than metal parts. I know you have to help me out there. I don't know, but yeah, look, they're no different from any other manufacturer out there, so that doesn't surprise me at all. You know, that they've got plastic parts as well. And look, you know, every other bike, say every other manufacturer, every other comparable manufacturer out there that's producing anything like a Harley Davidson is using plastics as well. So it's, you know, it's unremarkable to me that they're using it. Now, your preference might be that you don't like it. That's fine. I'm not saying that you should like it. All I'm saying is it's unremarkable. So it doesn't bother me from that point of view. You know, is it a better bike than the M8 engine? Okay, well, in certain respects, it's much better, the Revolution Max engine. But on the other hand, it is a liquid cooled engine, and it's, you know, it doesn't have that same vibe. It doesn't give you that same thing. It's a different riding experience. So it really depends if you like that riding experience. You know, that's going to be the choice going forward, isn't it? The choice is whether you like the riding experience from an electric bike, from a liquid cooled engine bike, you know. And anybody else who rides a liquid cooled engine is just like, well, what's the big fuss? They're great bikes, they're great engines, they're great, you know. But obviously, you're not getting that thumping sound, that guttural roar, let's say, that you get with an air-cooled V-twin, are you? I mean, you know, look, let's face it, when the M8 engines came out, lots of people were criticizing those over the twin cams as well, weren't they? So, you know, every bike is going to be criticized by some people or not liked by some people. And that's, you know, standard, isn't it? So let me just bring this down here a little bit. Crikey, just the sun all of a sudden decided to come out here. So I do apologize about that. But anyway, look, this is the new bikes for 2023. As I say, it's, I suppose, in terms of a rumor, it's not surprising. It doesn't surprise me at all that they're going to be cutting bikes from the Softail range and the Taurus. it doesn't surprise me that they're going to be expanding the bikes or model range with the Revolution Max engine and really trying to pump out these electric bikes and the equipment. The equipment using higher technology levels. So this is the other thing as well. They're saying expect to see more tech, more technology on the bikes as well. And this could be in the form of, you know, the Softail lineup getting a particular level of technology, the Taurus getting another level of technology, that kind of thing. That's something to, you know, bear in mind there as well. Let me just talk here. Just let's see what's news. There we go. No, so this is all. Yeah, I mean, if I just show you this, hold on, I've lost my. There we go. There we go. Look, if you go to the media kit, about halfway down on the 5th of August, they said the Harley Davidson reveals new Apex factory custom paint. HD legacy of competition inspires custom paint of 9 Touring, for the 9 Touring models as well. So, again, I already talked about what new paint will be coming out. Also, there's going to be new paint schemes for coming out as well for the, you know, for all the models. One of the things that I've heard as well, again, this is from a separate source, they said that the CVOs are definitely getting something different for 2023. The flame job is going, apparently. The flame jobs are going. So that's, again, a separate source that has said that. Now, again, whether this is true or not, who knows? I'm not here to say that it's definitely true. All I'm saying is that, you know, this is part of what has been launched as well. If you look at, as I say, if you go onto YouTube right now, and in the coming days or in the coming weeks, you're going to be seeing lots of people, I'm sure, coming out with what they think it is or what the new version is going to be. As soon as anybody gets some color codes, they're going to be, you know, so just be prepared for it. Be prepared for lots of little bits of information coming out, or lots of bits of opinion coming out as well. But as I say, you know, I think most of it is to be expected. Most of it is to be expected. I don't think there's going to be any major shocks here, you know, because we expect the CVOs to get a bigger engine, a standard. We expect different colors changes, or color options, I should say. Color options is probably the better term. We expect the Revolution Max engine, you know, to appear in more motorcycles. We expect, you know, movement on technology as well. So, you know, all this we kind of expect, don't we? But it's where we see it and what motorcycles are going to be cut from the lineup. You know, I think, again, it depends on the market, but Sport Glide breakout for European markets definitely going. Apparently, could be all around the world. You know, there is a strong belief that the entry level bike there should be more entry level bikes, or smaller bikes, I should say, smaller bikes that cater to people with less money in these difficult periods. So this is why the Revolution Max engine with a smaller engine, smaller capacity, you know, to do that. Red Rage. Hey, yeah, thanks very much. Thank you very much. And oops, I said soccer and gave myself a Western American. Yeah, football. No, enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. But anyway, listen. So that's it, guys. That's it. I mean, that's all I've said. I mean, if I hear any more information, you know, I'll let you know. So I'm not going to make a separate video to say, oh, this is a rumor, what I've heard. I think, you know, we can all agree that this is going to build and build until January, when they have the launch reveal day. And Harley Davidson have this strategy now where they just drip feed new technology and new bikes throughout the year. They don't release it all at once. You know, so there we go. John, Michelle Dorian, but won't this alienate Harley's hardcore fan base? Well, it probably will, in all fairness, John, to a certain degree. It probably will. It probably will alienate some of them, no doubt. But then again, a lot of them have already been alienated anyway. A lot of, you know, the old timers, as it were, they've already been alienated by a new Harley Davidson, as it were. And what's been happening the last few months with this FTC ruling, and people have been really hacked off, I would imagine. You know, if I was, it doesn't affect me because my bike is, you know, outside of warranty now anyway, so it doesn't affect me, and I never really worried that much anyway, I've got to say, with warranty issues, because I never really did anything to the bike that would void a warranty anyway within the first 2 years, so it wasn't really an issue for me. I said now that's passed, I just do whatever I want to the bike, of course. And I think, you know, so you're always going to alienate people. You're always going to alienate, you know, but then, you know, people don't need to be alienated if it doesn't affect them, does it? You know, in terms of what models Harley Davidson are going to produce, because as long as they still produce M8 bikes with M8 engines, let's say, and people can still buy those, or, you know, there's enough support for the existing bikes that they've got, even if, let's say, for 2023, they say to the Harley Davidson world, they say, right, we're stopping all M8 engines now. We're only going to have Revolution Max engines. Yeah, that would really piss people off, no doubt. That would really alienate people, no doubt. But you know, people will get over it. You know, or what they would do, they would just keep the bikes that they've got. They would say, that's it. Okay, fine. We'll keep the bikes that we've got. You know, and then, you know, if they are going to buy a bike in the future, they may go back to Harley Davidson with a Revolution Max. Who knows? You know, but that is definitely the future, or the immediate future for the company. The Revolution Max engine. The electric bikes are the kind of the long future, I suppose. But it's all about price point. It's all about disposable income. It's all about interest rates. It's all about, you know, what people can afford in the next few years. And this is it, what I keep on saying. You know, if you've got cash to burn, you know, then great. I salute you if you do have cash to burn and you can afford these really expensive motorcycles these days, or any vehicle. But if you haven't got cash to burn, then you're going to be struggling. You'll be looking for a deal, and that's why. Let's make no bones about this. This is why the trend for buying motorcycles and for cars, you know, you get more sales from cheaper cars or cheaper motorcycles. And who's producing the cheap motorcycles? Well, you know, it's China. They're going to come on strong as well. You know, and China, yeah, they're going to be producing a Sportster type motorcycle for this, you know, with the old engine, with the because they produce their own variation of that, and I did a live stream about that a couple of months ago as well. So I wouldn't be surprised 2023 you see a Chinese Sportster coming out, you know, with an air-cooled engine. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But listen, you know, it's yes, they're going to alienate people. There's no doubt they're going to alienate fans. But you know, you've always got to look at this. You always got to say, are older people, older than me, are they really the ones who are going to be buying, you know, the next bike? You know, if they are, it will be their last bike. And if they are a lot older than me, they're not going to be buying the big bikes because they'd be too heavy as well. You know, they're going to be thinking logically, and so I'm not going to be buying a big bike. If let's say at my age, mid-50s now, if I were to buy another bike, another Harley Davidson, I probably might go for a tourer, like a street glide, something like that, because I think, yeah, I've got a few years where I could handle it, maneuver it, you know, manhandle it. But look, you know, time is time, and time, you know, catches up with us all. And you know, as you get older, you're going to get weaker. It's as simple as that. Well, for the most people, you know, and bad health and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, these are things that everybody has to contemplate, and I'm sure that the manufacturers are looking at that as well. You know, but you know, but what would they, you know, in terms of products, the other products as well? You know, I mean, that's, it could be anything. I mean, I get press releases and emails from Harley Davidson themselves every week about, you know, the latest T-shirt that they're selling, or the latest line of wares that they want to sell, or the, you know, the latest bit of, you know, accessory or parts or whatever for a bike, so that kind of thing. So you get that all the time. You know, I get information about their, you know, their financial status, or what financial packages they want to offer, and all that sort of stuff. You know, but I don't think, you know, with that, we're not that interested in that kind of side of it, are we? You're only interested in the finance packages when you want to go and buy a bike. But if you're not buying a bike, you're not interested, are you? In terms of T-shirts or clothing, yeah, look, if you're into wearing Harley Davidson merchandise, then fine. You know, it is what it is, and if you like it and you want to wear it, you fill your boots. You know, go and wear it, no problem. All you have to do is go to a dealership, whatever. You know, but a lot of the other manufacturers are, you know, this time of year they're changing their seasons, as it were. They're coming out with new product lines and new fashion wares, let's say. And Harley Davidson are doing that right now, so that they're bringing out new stuff right now, all for the autumn and for the winter as well. So there's, you know, there is stuff there, but in terms of groundbreaking models, you know, I don't think there's anything to really say to people, wow, other than the Revolution Max engine is going to be used more and more. But it's not really a wow, because we kind of expected it anyway. Well, I certainly expected it anyway. But you know, let's watch this space. Watch this space and see what happens. That's all I can say. You know, but as I say, you know, just bear this in mind. What you're hearing right now from any other publication, any other online website, any other YouTube channel, it's just going to be rumor and speculation and nothing more. Or it's just going to be a wish list or somebody's personal opinion of what they think it is, right? Fine, there's no problem in that, because that's just, you know, promotes discussion, doesn't it? It promotes people to get into the comments. I mean, you know, that's fine, but you know, but we won't know. Kenneth, here we go. Yeah, HE Finance, 9% interest. There we go. And, you know, wouldn't be surprised if that goes up as well. You know, some horrible things are going on in this country as well in terms of interest rates and everything like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, these things go up and up and up. And again, a big factor here for people, and I keep on stressing this, is not whether you want to buy a Harley Davidson or any other motorcycle, or whether you're a fan of Harley Davidson, or you're a fan of Triumph, or you know, that is irrelevant. That is what you want, what you wish for. But what can you afford, and what will society, you know, the pressure from society, what they will allow you to buy, totally different thing. So let's say last year, I could have said, yeah, I definitely want to go and buy a Street Glide, right? Well, this year, I'll be like, no way, not with interest rates, not with inflation, not with all the other things that I have to take care of first, because I've got a bike, I've got a couple of other project bikes, you know, I'm fine. I don't need another bike, right? But, you know, there we go. So I think there's going to be so many people out there that are thinking the same thing. And I think this is the real threat. This is the biggest threat to motorcycle manufacturers, but all manufacturers right now, that even if you wanted to get a new bike, there's going to be a delay because of all the global shortage and parts and all that sort of stuff. We know that. But the cost of production, rising prices, but also the cost of borrowing, and also the cost, your living cost for everything else. So it could be a situation, as I said earlier in the live stream, where Harley Davidson have all these plans for 2023 with these new models, with the expansion of the Revolution Max engine, the electric bikes, all that kind of stuff, the new models which I've talked about. That's on the chalkboard, as it were. That's in the planning. This is coming, right? But then all of a sudden they say, no, we're going to stop, we're going to delay it, and we're not going to announce it because of all the global pressures. It could be. Anyway, right. Anyway, guys, listen, I thought I'd bring that to you. Anyway, so this is just information I got in there this morning. Rumor again, rumor, unsubstantiated, not real. Don't, but it's a discussion piece, you know. And I'll always say all the stuff that you're going to be hearing in the next few weeks, it's all speculation and rumor. But there we go. Mark, hello. Kenneth, here we go. Thank you all for joining. By the way, thing is, I'm a similar age to you. I say for what I want and pay for it. Yeah, but the dealer's not interested in selling you a bike. They want you on these payment plans. Exactly right. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. You get a better deal if you go on the finance usually than if you just try and get into cash. But if you can afford it, you've saved up for it, and you just buy out cash. I think that's the way to do it. Personally, I think that's the way to do it. If you're gonna be buying a bike, because I think you'll be surprised how expensive these things are going to get in the next few months, unless the whole global economy thing reverses itself very quickly. But who knows? Anyway, listen, guys, let me just stop sharing that. Thanks for joining. Thanks for indulging with me as well. So, you know, I'm always looking forward to what Harley Davidson bring out for the next year. You know, I think it's a highlight for me. Of all the manufacturers, I always think it's quite a highlight to see what they come out with. I don't get that same buzz from India, and I've got to say, I get the buzz from other manufacturers as well. But as I said yesterday, Harley Davidson, they pulled themselves out of this kind of autumn reveal, which all the manufacturers seem to do. They've kind of gone their own way, and yeah, could be, you know, could be a good plan for them. Who knows? Right. Anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you for there. I'm gonna shut all this down and go and enjoy my roast dinner. Right. Catch you again, another live stream. I may come on during the week again for another one. I'll see what's occurring in the world. I've got a few topics that I'm working through as well, and I'm going to be discussing those. But listen, thanks guys. Thanks for all joining. I say, if you want to support the channel by the super chats, whatever, super thanks. If you want to go to the website, there's merchandise, there's the PayPal there as well. Thanks for all that. Thanks for all the support. But you know, if you just want to watch the videos for free, then that's all you have to do. Watch them, like them, share them, and you know, subscribe. That's all you need to do. You don't need to pay anything. You know, it's only if you want to help support the channel. But so, you know, money's going to get tight for everybody. So just, you know, just look after the pennies. That's all I can say. John, here we go. Look like you hold on to your face. Well, yeah, I think a lot of people will be the same. Cheers for the reply and have a good week. Thank you very much. You too. Right. Thank you for all. Thank you all. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, John, Mark, Road Rage, and just leave your comments later on. But I'll catch you again whenever that is. Hopefully midweek for another topic. But say, if I hear anything more definitively about the new models from Harley Davidson, I'm sure I'll come on for another live launch. But I say, you know, I did notice that there were starting to be a couple of videos here and a couple of website articles which I was starting to read of rumors and speculations. So I thought, do you know what? It was a timely email that I got this morning to think, okay, it started. The rumor mill has started, right? Okay, fine. You know, and it started properly now. So let's just see what comes out. Let's just see what comes out. But I thought I'd bring you this live stream to talk about it. Right, that's it. Hope you have a lovely day, a lovely evening, lovely morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'll catch you again on another. I should call this, stop calling these live streams. I should call it, what should I call it? A video radio. I don't know. Maybe not. Catch you again. Ta-da.